Welcome to German History with a German accent. My name is Wolf, W-O-L-F, just like the animal, and in today's video I'm speaking about Hermann Ehrhardt. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and leave me a comment below. Hermann Ehrhardt was born on November 29, 1881 in Diersburg, located in the southwestern region of Germany. In the year 1899, Ehrhardt joined the Imperial Navy as a cadet. As a Lieutenant zur See, this rank corresponds to the rank of ensign in the US Navy, Ehrhardt participated in the fight against the insurrection of Hereros in German Southwest Africa. This insurrection against the German colonial rule, by the way, led to a full-on genocide against the Herero and Namqua people in German Southwest Africa, lasting between 1904 until 1908. By the beginning of the First World War, Hermann Ehrhardt, ranked as a Kapitänleutnant, equivalent to the rank of lieutenant in the US Navy, commanded the 20th Torpedo Boat Heerflottille. In the Battle of Jutland, his torpedo boat Heerflottille was involved in the sinking of the British vessel HMS Nomad, a destroyer. Hermann Ehrhardt experienced the end of the First World War as chief of the 9th Torpedo Boat Flotilla, holding the rank of Korvettenkapitän, which corresponds to the rank of Lieutenant Commander in the United States Navy. In accordance with the Treaty of Versailles that called for the handing over of the German fleet to the United Kingdom, Ehrhardt was moving with the fleet towards Scapa Flow. Yet the German fleet avoided being handed over to the former war enemy by sinking itself near Scapa Flow. With this plan in mind, most sailors, including Ehrhardt, had already left their ships beforehand and were heading back towards Germany. The vessel that transported him back faced a mutiny since the crew wasn't willing to complete the journey due to the sea mines placed along the German shores. Hermann Ehrhardt forcefully took over the command and completed the voyage home successfully. During the uncertain times in the early Weimar Republic, when communists tried to take over the power, Ehrhardt accumulated around 300 former soldiers to storm the headquarters of the communists whom had proclaimed the Communist Republic of Wilhelmshaven. In order to fight down the ignited revolution, so-called Free Corps were founded with mostly former soldiers who had fought in the World War. The order to form those Free Corps actually was given by the newly instated Minister of Defense, Gustav Noske. Hermann Ehrhardt formed the 2nd Marinebrigade or Naval Brigade, which would be called Marinebrigade Ehrhardt since March 1919. The paramilitary unit moved throughout Germany and brutally fought down the occurring communist uprisings in the same year. And in the same year, 1919, it also fought against Polish insurgents in Upper Silesia. In March of the following year, Marinebrigade Ehrhardt participated in the failed Kapp-Lüttwitz Putsch. If you'd like to hear more about that coup, check out the video I made about it. Hit the little eye in the top right corner of this video. Ehrhardt's brigade was dissolved in May 1920 and he was honorably discharged out of the Navy. But to avoid persecution, he moved to Munich where he formed the anti-democratic organization Consul that was involved in several politically motivated murders in the 1920s. Prominent victims were Matthias Erzberger, he was a minister in charge of finance, and Walter Rathenau, a minister in charge of foreign affairs. Although Hermann Ehrhardt was initially able to avoid being arrested for the murder of Matthias Erzberger by leaving the country, he was arrested upon his return in the year 1922 after his organization was restructured during his absence. Despite being imprisoned, he managed to reorganize the group consisting of his former men. Hermann Ehrhardt managed to escape prison in July 1923 and fled to Switzerland, but returned in September of the same year to support Gustav von Kahr in Bavaria and was ready to fight against Adolf Hitler's men on their march towards Berlin. But the beer hall putsch failed before they had even reached Ehrhardt's troops. That beer hall putsch marked the beginning of Hermann Ehrhardt's downturn. He was being viewed as a traitor by other right extremists and had to flee the country again to avoid persecution. By the time of his return, his organization had become fairly meaningless and was ultimately dissolved in the year 1928. 1 year prior, Hermann Ehrhardt married Margarete Victoria, Princess of Hohenlohe-Öhringen, and had 2 children with her. After the National Socialists took over the power in Germany, Hermann Ehrhardt did join the NSDAP and SS, but was almost killed during the Röhm Purge in the year 1934. After escaping once more to Switzerland, he ultimately settled down in Austria, where he lived up to his death on September 27, 1971, at the age of 89. Thank you so much for watching.